5 important facts about Shell HELIX. 1. Shell HELIX is the world's first carbon-neutral motor oil made from natural gas.
2. Shell HELIX protects your engine, even in the most extreme temperatures.
3. Shell HELIX improves fuel efficiency and helps reduce emissions.
4. It's designed to provide ultimate engine performance without compromise.
And 5. Shell HELIX is the only motor oil used, trusted and recommended by Scuderia Ferrari.
And you can use it in your car too. Incredible.
All right, and we are back. Missing one Myles Sarenas again. And of course, Yamboy Andy. Unahin natin yung pinakamalayo. Andy, how are you? Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Good evening sa lahat. Actually, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever, whenever you are watching this show. Welcome everyone to the Purple Sector. This is the Racing Lines post-race breakdown show. And this week we are looking at the Brazilian Grand Prix, and what a race it was indeed. So we have a lot to go through. Let's get to it.
Yep. Yamboy, kumusta Yam? Napuyat ka ba?
Yes. Yeah, medyo napuyat pero okay lang. Maganda yung karera, hindi tayo
yes.
Hindi siya boring. Yeah, maganda. Maraming nangyari, and I mean, for the first time this season, we saw a lot of actions, no? Sa Spa may nakita tayo, pero obviously Spa is really great for overtaking, pero ito very short but very intense, no?
Yeah.
Pwede natin sabihin intense. Kasi all drivers woke up. All drivers yung bang parang, uy, this is it. Considering it's the third to the last race, so wala nang ano dun sa mga puntos, pero yung urge nila to race, dapat ganun lagi yung mga racetrack. So yun ang nakita ko dun sa karera na yun.
Yeah. Aside from that, the racetrack is also high speed, so very nice maneuvers as well. And of course, the back stretch, the back straight going to the main straight. Wow, very nice, very high speed. So that's what you get from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And of course, before we go to Yamboy's Yamnalysis, don't forget, we're still giving out the toolkit, the car shade and the t-shirt and the polo shirt. Thank you so much, Shell HELIX. Maraming salamat po. And nag-message si Carl kanina or nag-comment siya, baka lang siguro naipit sa logistics yung mga pinadala namin due to the long weekend. So, antay-antay lang. It will come your way. And here we go. Yam, shall we?
Alright, so eto na nga. Welcome to the Formula 1 ROLEX Grand Premio de Sao Paulo. This is a sprint weekend, so we'll be expecting qualifying Friday, sprint shootout Saturday, sprint Saturday, and race Sunday. Okay, so since sprint week ito, we have Friday qualifying. Punta na kagad tayo sa results. Eliminated is Yuki Tsunoda, Daniel Ricciardo, Bottas, Sargent, and Zhou Guanyu. And then pagdating naman sa Q2, eliminated is Hülkenberg, Ocon, Gasly, Magnussen, and Albon. Alright. So, kung mapapansin natin sa dalawang results na ito, like this one, yung mga promising cars during the Mexican Grand Prix, they were eliminated, like Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo, probably because the setup of their car. And then Hülkenberg made it Q2, pero natanggal siya. Si Ocon, Gasly, Magnussen and Albon. So, pagdating naman dito sa Q3, nagdilim. Nagdilim ang paligid. So, buti na lang nakalabas kagad si Max Verstappen and he was able to run his Q3 session and nakuha niya ang Q1. Tapos biglang nag-yellow flag dahil nag-spin si Oscar Piastri. Too bad for the drivers like Checo Perez. He was doing his lap and then all of a sudden may yellow flag kasi ito nga dumula si Oscar Piastri. So wala siyang choice but to decrease the speed. So hindi siya nakakuha ng mga top times, and then after this madilim na, sabi ni Manong Alonso, it's night. And then after this umulan na, kaya they decided to red flag the session. And ito yung results natin. Verstappen P1, Charles Leclerc P2, Lance Stroll P3, Manong Alonso P4. Next to them is Hamilton, Russell, Norris, Sainz, Perez, and Piastri. I think it's a stroke of luck for this two Aston Martins kasi nga sila yung mga naunang lumabas, kaya swerte sila. Pero there's a big improvement with their cars kasi makikita din natin trailing behind them is the two Mercedes-Benz. So
very.
I don't know if they're just lucky to get that pole 3 and pole 4, pero obviously parang nagkaroon ng magandang improvement dun sa kotse nila because both cars of Aston Martin made it to the top 4. And then obviously Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, they struggled with their pace. So yun, too bad for them. So that was qualifying. Itong result na ito will be on race day Sunday.
Race day, yes.
So we go to Saturday sprint shootout. Okay, SQ1 pa lang nagkaroon na ng dramatic ending. Yung run ni Esteban Ocon. We can see here that Esteban Ocon hit the wall and then got a huge damage on his car. Because of this contact with his former teammate Manong Alonso, during the race, all the replays, they got on board of Alonso, like this one. Ito yung on board ni Alonso, and may on board din si Esteban Ocon to investigate kung sino yung may mali. And it ended up na talagang racing incident lang talaga kasi nag-adjust ng konti to the left si Alonso, and then dumulas naman si Esteban Ocon. So yun, nagkaroon sila ng contact. So here, ito yung approach ni Ocon, and yun yung ending niya. Spinning the car, hit the wall, and huge damage to the car. Pati din sa kotse ni Manong Alonso, there's a huge damage on his left tire, suspension, hindi na gumugulong. So yun ang nangyari sa kanya.
Yeah,
so ito yung eliminated.
Yeah.
Sige,
So clarifying, for our viewers. Ocon was very, very animated on the radio, di ba? Right immediately after that incident. But turns out from the replays, na Alonso wasn't at fault. It doesn't matter if he was there or not. Ocon was he basically lost control of his car bago pa niya na-collect si Alonso. Yun yung nangyari. If you go back on the replays, maririnig nyo, makikita nyo sa galaw ng kamay niya, he had already lost control palabas pa lang siya ng curve bago pa niya tinamaan si Alonso. Ewan ko kung na-distract ba siya kay Alonso or may nangyari ba
Probably.
wala siya ng control. Pero by the time he had made contact with Manong Alonso, they were both just passengers at that point. So, yeah, unfortunately, no, na yung his language on the radio was
Yeah.
less than spectacular, let's say. And talagang to the point na napareact nga si Alonso. Normally he shrug it off, pero sinabi niya ganun talaga si Teban. He wasn't surprised by Ocon's response. Then again, you're in qualifying, so pabilisan talaga ng takbo, so your adrenaline's rushing all the time, and these things can happen. So it's F1.
Of
You'll get
course.
these things in
Yeah.
F1. But yeah, just so we're clear, racing incident. Hindi talaga sinadya
Yeah.
either party.
Mm-mm. Either parties, yes. It's very clear. Parang kung baga sa it's really an accident. Walang may sadya, walang may mali. Ano lang talaga. Because Alonso was moving out of his way kasi alam niya merong paparating. Nag-adjust lang siya ng konting-konti lang talaga. And then, pagdating naman ni Esteban Ocon, yun, talagang they made impact. Kaya, sabi ng mga stewards, okay, wala na yan, okay na yan. Racing incident na yan. So, this one, buti na lang, Manong Alonso made it to Q2 because of a good time. So, eliminated in Q1, SQ1, the sprint shootout 1 is Esteban Ocon, Lance Stroll, Jong Uy, Albon, and Sargent. Ito naman ang shootout number 2. Norris made it to P1, and then Norris made it to P1, and the drivers who were eliminated in SQ2, we have
Magnussen,
Hülkenberg, Gasly, Bottas, and Alonso.
due
And then
to sa bangga
due to the kaya huling-huli siya dito and no time kasi he wasn't able to take the SQ2 because of the damage of his car. So, sprint shootout number 3, these are the top 10. We have Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Yuki Tsunoda, Charles Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo, Carlos Sainz, and Oscar Piastri. So that's your top 10 for the sprint. Followed by the sprint race. This is the lights out and away they go. We see here there's a good launch by Max Verstappen. Kaya pagdating dito sa first turn, nauna na siya from Lando Norris. And then dito, we can see here that Sergio Perez is struggling, kaya naunahan siya ng dalawang Mercedes dito. We have here, nauna si George Russell, and following him is Lewis Hamilton. So this is turn 3 na. Ito na yung linya ng mga kotse. Makikita natin dito, nauna na si George Russell from Perez, and then followed by here, naunahan na din siya ni Lewis Hamilton. Okay, Jong. Maganda ang umpisa ng dalawang Mercedes dito. They're really racy. Talagang alam mo, mabilis yung kotse nila. What can you say dun sa first part? What do you think is the key para maunahan nila si Perez? Is it palpak ang start ni Perez or talagang racy lang talaga sila? Because after this incident right here, George Russell was able to take Lando Norris. So ikaw, John.
Actually, what you see right here is sort of nag-duplicate doon sa karera eh. 'Di ba? Na So, umpisa medyo mabilis sila. Tapos pagdating dito, ano eh, di ba? Para bang there's something wrong. Ewan ko ah. Di ba kasi
Maganda lang sila sa umpisa.
maganda lang
Parang
siya sa
ganun.
umpisa. Although
Soft.
everybody, of course, since we know it's a sprint, everybody more or less naka soft compound kasi
Soft.
24 laps lang. So tapos high speed yung racetrack. So they need all the heat from the tires for them to be able to, get this done in front of everybody. But I guess I don't know really what's wrong with Mercedes right now.
How about you, Andy? Ano sa tingin mo ang problema dito ngayon?
Actually, that's a very good question. No? I wasn't able to really pick up on anything specific to this race weekend with regards to yung performance ng Mercedes. But yeah, just focusing here sa sprint, no, nakikita natin ang ganda ng pace nila. Very good pace at the start of the sprint. They knew it was gonna be, well, they know it's gonna be just 24 laps. So, like Jong said, everyone's gonna be on softs. Um, tire temperature, track temperature, really played a big
Yes,
part, no,
yes.
sa simula ng race na to. Especially lap 1. Incredible pace, especially from, yes, but George Russell taking on Lando Norris right there, and Lewis Hamilton also, making his way up the formation. Very good pace, but yeah, yun nga lang, the only thing was it was only good for sprint.
Yeah.
I think dinala nila yung settings nila sa sprint towards the Grand Prix.
Oh
Nakalimutan nila
God,
bumalik.
yeah.
Pero ako sa tingin ko parang stagnant na yung
Development.
development ng
Yeah.
kotse nila.
Hmm.
They thought they might have done something. Uy, okay ito because yan yung mga nakasanayan nila noon pa. Hindi nila alam all the other teams are one step ahead of them. Di ba, no? Parang ganun ba?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
for example, kamunti ko nang makalimutan na Aston Martin biglang, wow!
Wow.
Di ba?
From the very end.
Kaya,
Grabe, no?
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Kaya, I mean, Mercedes, Lewis Hamilton, sabi niya, he can't wait to get rid of this,
Car.
ano ba ito, W14? Na kotse. Basura na naman daw. Anyway,
It
eto
is.
na nga,
Yeah.
naunahan ni Lewis Hamilton si Checo Perez, pero after lap 4, ayan na, dito na nag-degrade ang
Deteriorate.
performance na Mercedes now. Kasi nakuha ulit ni Checo yung position. And then after that, Lando Norris was able to take the position of P2 from George Russell. And then after this, Perez was able to take his P3 na naman from George Russell. Then, after this, we have Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is taking Yuki Tsunoda right here. And then, we also have a battle between the two Australians. We have
Yes,
sino ba to?
Ricardo.
Si Daniel Ricciardo and si Oscar Piastri. Tapos dito, nakuha na naman ni sino ba ito? Si Leclerc. Nakuha ni Leclerc si Lewis Hamilton. And then after this, Jong, this is really hurtful.
Maraming
Yuki
ganun sa
Tsunoda.
karera. Maraming ganun sa karera. Kaya medyo talaga, no? Wow.
Yeah. Too bad for the coverage, no? Too bad for the coverage of this historical overtake of Yuki Tsunoda kay Lewis Hamilton. But very short lang ito because after this, Daniel Ricciardo was also able to overtake a lot of cars para at least papasok siya doon sa my point. So, hindi ko alam pero baka hindi din baka British din yung nagdidirect ng mga camera, sabi niya. Hindi ko na to kaya. Lipat natin. You, if you watch the replay, talaga this one is very short. Hindi man lang natin nakita na talagang si Yuki pass. I mean, yung nalamangan talaga niya si Lewis Hamilton dito, hindi talaga natin napanood kasi napan kaagad yung camera kay Daniel Ricciardo. Pero, I mean, bahala na. My heart goes to, Yuki Tsunoda here. Sabi ko, yan Yuki, go! Kasi, seven-time world champion ka. Overtaken by an Alpha Tauri. Driven by the smallest guy on track. The Japanese, talagang insulto ito, di ba? Toto, are you watching this, di ba? Pag napanood ni Toto ito or nung napanood niya, hindi natin alam.
Very disappointing. Grabe, very disappointing.
Yeah. Ito na. Yan. Yuki Tsunoda, nauna na siya kay Lewis Hamilton. And then, of course, Max Verstappen took the checkered flag for the first, for P1, followed by Norris and Sergio Perez. So ito yung sprint classification natin. These are the results. We have Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Sergio Perez, George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Yuki Tsunoda, Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, Daniel Ricciardo, and Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
Oh, mas masaya yung sprint. Mas masaya yung sprint. Because of the moves of these backmarker cars.
Yeah. Midfield or backfield.
Pero, di ba?
Backfield sila.
Backfield na, di ba?
Backfield na ito.
Yeah.
Backmarkers na ito, Alpha Tauri.
Alpha Tauri, Alpine.
Backmarker cars. Yeah. Taking on the top teams. Wala. Talagang
diba?
Masakit.
Gulat ka.
Crazy.
Gulatin mo yung noon. Jong, pasensya ka na.
Hindi, parang gusto nilang matapos no? Para bang, let's get this over with.
Kaya nga, hindi na nagpagupit si George Russell Sabi niya, tapusin na natin ang karera. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy, yeah.
Now we go on Sunday race. Dito, medyo hurtful. Naawa ako kay Charles Leclerc dito in the first part.
Warning muna. Ferrari fans, Leclerc fans, look away now. Masakit ito.
Shout out.
Okay.
Ano tayo? Shout out on the comments below if you're a Ferrari fan, and it's really heartbreaking ba for this one, or tell us your thoughts about this one. It's on a formation
tell us your
lap.
thoughts because
I
have my own thoughts on this event. No, when I saw this formation lap, ganito, ikot-ikot, tas biglang ito kasi yung unang pinakita ganyan. Sabi ko, uy, ano nangyari? Imagine, madaling araw ito karera na. Lunes, di ba? So office na in a few hours. So pinanood ko, sabi ko, nakita ko, black yung T-cam. Sabi ko, patay. Charles Leclerc, ano nangyari? So, yung pala, ang nangyari is, while he was hitting his tires, nawala ang hydraulics. Nasira yung hydraulics niya.
Yep.
So when that happens, you will really lose everything. You will lose everything, di ba? Brakes, steering, lahat ng system ng kotse na may hydraulics, pag natanggal yan, wala na, tapos na. We have the steering, brakes, di ba? some parts of the engine. Kaya biglang mabagal na mabagal yung takbo niya, tapos biglang, oops, spin siya, tapos he hit the wall. So, kawawa naman si Charles dito.
Yeah, I
However,
feel for him.
yeah, okay na sana ako, pero sabi niya, why am I so unlucky? Why am I so unlucky? For me, as a driver, as a karera, alam mo, driver ka, di ba? Billion moving parts. You know, anything can happen. So, sana, nilabas niya yung frustration niya, pinagalitan niya yung team niya on the radio, nagmura siya, we can accept that. But if you declare that you are unlucky, would affect the team, would yung ma-demoralize sila. Kasi, like, for example, nag-declare na yung driver natin na malas siya. So, whatever we do, di ba, Andy? Can you get my point?
Bumigay yung driver niyo.
Yeah,
Diba?
yung driver na
Bumigay
kasi ang
siya
bumigay eh. Pero kung pinagalitan mo, giyaw-yawan mo siya, yung frustrations mo, binuhos mo sa radio, that is understandable for the team. Okay, it will never happen again. We apologize, ganyan-ganito. Pero he declared himself unlucky na. So,
Okay, grabe kasi.
Kawawa naman yung team. Yeah.
Grabe kasi si Charlie. He's
Sayang.
very if you've seen Charles Leclerc in the years past, alam mo na Charles Leclerc's number one critic is Charles Leclerc. Sarili niya. Diba? So yeah, I don't think he hardly ever blames anyone else kung ano nangyayari sa kanya, diba? He always goes back and blames himself. Unfortunately,
Yeah, correct. Yes, Andy, I agree.
Lumalabas na yung at saka ngayon lang parang nag-emphasize tayo sa sa attitude niya towards himself kasi nga sunod-sunod na yung malas niya eh. So I think I just don't think he could help himself na he had to say those words over the radio kasi he's very frustrated over not just himself but everything na nangyayari na every time na may incident that cost him victory. He wants that championship. He wants to win, and I get that. We get that. Sayang talaga. He's frustrated. I get that. Yeah, and yeah. Hopefully this will. This will all. There's a lesson in this for the team to learn and for Charles to learn as well. But yeah, until then, ganun talaga. Yan ang life.
We have a comment right here, Carl. Sabi and sa mga engineer ng Scuderia Ferrari, mag-ayos kayo dyan. Galingan niya naman ang pag-ayos sa Ferrari ni Charles.
Oo nga, kawawa naman si Leclerc.
Yeah.
He's trying his best, pero everything just
Ariel.
Yeah. Good evening.
Ariel Santos.
Yes.
Shout out. All right.
Good evening sa'yo dyan.
Good evening, Ariel. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Ariel. All right.
Anyway, so after this, we had a start missing si Charles Leclerc dito. So, eto na. If you can remember, the two Aston Martins nasa third and fourth sila.
Third and fourth, yeah.
However, Lando Norris was able to squeeze himself from the side of Manong Alonso, and we also have here Lewis Hamilton. Naunahan din niya dito si Lance Stroll. So right here, makikita natin sa angle na ito, this is Max Verstappen. Trailing in number 2, we have Lando Norris. Number 3 si Lewis Hamilton, and yung dalawang Aston Martin drop down from third and fourth, naging fourth and fifth na sila respectively. Pero dito sa may likuran, nakita natin parang may usok na nangyayari.
May kaguluhan.
Yan pa.
May kaguluhan sa likod.
So yun pala,
May kaguluhan.
nagkaroon na impact dito. So makikita natin, ito yung kotse ni Albon, and then after this, we see the Haas of Kevin Magnussen. So this one is the top view. Kevin Magnussen, Albon. Okay, ganito yung nangyari. Nagkaroon ng contact between the two of them because na-sandwich nila si Hulkenberg. So, hindi lang itong dalawa ang na-damage, pati itong kotse ni Oscar Piastri kasi tinamaan din siya ng kotse ni Kevin Magnussen. Okay na sana, ayos na sana tayo, sige, 3 yung damage. Pero itong gulong na ito na up in the air, papunta sa kotse ni Daniel Ricciardo,
sayang.
and tinamaan ang rear wing niya. So,
Malas
in the
talaga.
interviews, Ricardo was really frustrated because sabi niya, his car was frustratingly fast. Sabi niya, sabi talaga niya, kung hindi nangyari sa akin ito, siguro nasa 6th, 5th ako na kasi
Yeah, he could have
he
had a
was
good
able
race.
to engineer. Yeah, he was able to engineer both AlphaTauris to his liking, tapos yung mga natutunan niya sa Red Bull before na relay niya sa mga engineers ng AlphaTauri, kaya you can see their performance in Mexico and right here. I mean, come on. Yuki Tsunoda na overtake si Lewis Hamilton. So malas lang dito talaga. Tinamaan sila, pero look, ito na yung nangyari sa kanila, pero hindi nila sinabi na why am I so unlucky, di ba? Because as a racer, there are a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
There are a lot of other drivers on the racetrack. May mangyari talaga. So do not declare yourself as unlucky kasi kawawa yung team. The team, ito na yung ginawa na natin lahat. Pero pag yung palang driver natin, since malas yun, wala din pala, palpak. So, parang ganun yun lang naman yung sa akin. Sana hindi sinabi ni Charles yun. Pero, since punong-puno na din siguro siya, so, wala tayong magawa. So,
restart.
Because of this incident, nag-red flag and nagkaroon na naman ng second restart. So, eto, Max Verstappen, second si Lando Norris, and then third si Lewis Hamilton. So, akala na naman natin magkakaroon na naman ng impact dito because nag-lock up ang gulong ni Lewis Hamilton. Thankfully, eto naka final formation na sila. Okay, we have a race already. Bilisan ninyo kasi 2:30 na ng madaling araw. Gusto ko na matulog. That was what I was thinking back then. Sabi ko, tama na. Wala nang incident. Kasi in a few hours matutulog na ako. And then so yun ang nangyari dito. Dito na portion medyo antok na ako, tapos biglang nakita ko dito, walang DRS, Jong, kasi kakaumpisa pa lang. No DRS, pero I mean, Manong Alonso with his Aston Martin challenging Lewis Hamilton, and eventually he was able to take Lewis Hamilton for P3. Yeah. So okay, so nawala ang toko. Sabi ko, kape muna tayo para maganda itong karera. And then, eto na nga. Tapos, very, very racy din itong papaya ni Lando Norris. Kasi Lando Norris was able to challenge Max Verstappen. Yeah. Imagine, McLaren, back of the grid, on the first part of the season. Now, this team is able to challenge the fastest car on the grid. I mean, wow, grabe. Eto, muntika na dito si Max. And then after this, eto na naman, muntikan din dito si Max. However, Max Verstappen was able to get a good grip, was able to get a good turn, and then clean air siya kasi siya yung nauuna, turbulent air itong nakukuha ni Lando Norris. Kaya Max Verstappen was able to increase his gap between Lando Norris. Eventually, Lando Norris wasn't able to open his DRS na kasi ayun na, dumiretso na si Max Verstappen. Nag-speed off na siya from Lando Norris. And then after this is the battle of
Checo.
Sergio Perez, and dito na Jong, nag-deteriorate na naman din dito si
Russell.
Mercedes-Benz. Sabihan lang kita ha, while watching this, all the radio communications was between, sa buong karera Jong ha, was between George Russell and his engineer. Talagang mabibingi ka kay George Russell dito sa karera na ito. Maya't maya, George Russell tawag. Talaga, no joke. So anyway,
Ano sinasabi niya? Hindi ko na, ano sinasabi niya?
Sabi niya,
Napansin ko rin yun eh. Grabe, no?
ano nang nangyayari dito, kailangan
Yeah.
kong i-overtake si Lewis Hamilton kasi mas maganda yung pace niya kaysa kay Lewis eh. Sabi ng team, stay where you are, protect Lewis Hamilton. Kasi protectionan niya dapat si Lewis para makuha ni Lewis ang top 2 na driver points, di ba? So yun. Pero because of this, nahihirapan siya magdepensa. Nauunahan siya ng mga, like for example, this one, nauunahan siya ni Sergio Perez dito. Then eventually, instead na i-protect siya ni George Russell dito, na-overtake naman si Lewis Hamilton ni
Perez.
Sergio Perez. So, tawag na naman si George. O anong kailangan natin? So, George, wag mong sayangin yung pulong mo. Yes, racing tayo ngayon, pero kailangan nating umabot sa ending. Tawag na naman si George. O anong kailangan natin gawin? Box tayo. So, box sila. Okay. Puro George Russell and the engineer sa buong karera. Grabe, nakakabingi. Tapos, eto pa. Ayan, tinira na naman siya ni Lance Stroll dito. The hurt, di ba? Lance Stroll, nasa likod yan lagi. Ngayon, na-overtake na naman siya. Tawag na naman siya sa engineer. Now, what's happening? I'm losing control of my left tire, ganyan-ganito. So, parang tire degradation, loss of pace, lahat nasa Mercedes sa karera na ito. And Jong, Lance Stroll was able to take Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah,
Imagine.
I know. Meron pang mas masaklap na overtake dyan.
Masaklap.
Kaya Tapos, eto. Carlos Sainz, sabi niya, before the race started, na after this race, ibasura na natin itong clutch ko. Kasi he was having trouble with the clutch. Pero na-overtake naman niya, Jong, ang Mercedes. Kahit may problema siya sa clutch niya.
Yeah.
So, tawag na naman si George Russell dito. Sabi niya, wala na akong magawa dito. Supposed to be, ang plano kasi nila dito, Jong, supposed to be, is yung ginawa ni Carlos Sainz and ni Lando Norris dun sa Singapore, kung maalala mo.
Yeah.
So, sige Luis, mauna ka, pero bigyan mo ako ng DRS para maproteksyonan kita. Pero si Luis, medyo magulang, pag nakakakita ng magandang grip, na bumibuelo, kaya naiiwan si George. Kaya eventually, instead of defending Lewis Hamilton, nangyayari is nakukuha siya ng mga cars that is threatening him, and then after that, na overtake ni Carlos si George Russell, and then eto naman na overtake ni Carlos si Lewis Hamilton, and Jong, after this, sa sobrang ingay ni George Russell, Mercedes-Benz decided to retire the car.
Retire the car, yes.
Ni-retire nila, binigyan na lang, sa tingin ko binigyan na lang nila ng excuse si George na, George, may nakita kami sa telemetry. parang may problema yung kotse mo.
Sa-
Pero siguro,
tingin mo,
nabingi na
excuse
sila
yun.
sa... I
Ay,
think,
nako, George
Nainis
Russell.
si Toto.
Alright, we have a saglit yan.
Nainis na si Toto.
Sige,
Carl Conrad, kung may gustong sumabotahe. Okay, kay Charles, parang awan yun na, tigilan niya. Meron bang sabotage na ginawa sa kotse ni Charles? I doubt that.
That was
Charles needs a
accident, eh.
smarter and trusted strategist and engineer. I think the whole team needs a I don't know, a revamp or something.
Yan, totoo yan. I agree on that point na they need better people na
Yeah.
strategist and engineer nila. Except for this race. Kasi yun nga, talagang this was nobody's fault. Umiga lang yung hydraulics ng kotse.
nangyayari talaga yan.
Wear
and tear.
Karera yan. So, these things will happen.
Karera, yeah.
Pero on many
Billion
other
moving parts.
I might agree.
Wala tayong
Pero for this particular one, na kotse talaga, ang kotse ang problema.
Ang problema,
Hindi
yeah.
tao.
Okay, once
Hindi
again
tao
from
yun.
Carl, thanks for watching. Sarah De Villiers.
Kasi,
Hi,
inviting
Sarah,
the
if you're
people.
watching,
So, thank you.
welcome to the show. Thank you so much for checking this out. All right, Yam, let's continue.
Alright, so anyway, ito na nga. And then after this, ito yung battle between Manong Alonso and Sergio Perez. Okay.
Yeah, this is what I love the most.
Pinahirapan ni Alonso si Perez ng siguro mga about 15 to 20 laps. Talagang he was anong tawag nito? Parang tinitrick niya si Sergio to follow him kasi nga nauna siya, clean air siya. So kaya niyang kumuha ng yung magandang racing line. Pero iniiba-iba niya para at least malito si Sergio Perez dito. Kaya natagalan si Perez na mahabol si Manong Alonso. But eventually, at lap 70, the second to the last lap, Perez was able to take Fernando Alonso. And then after this, ito, Fernando Alonso, pagdating niya dito, sige, okay, bigay na natin kay Perez yung podium. Parang ending ko na ito. Kasi he accepted yung nasa harapan niya is a Red Bull. However,
Alam mo yan na, di ba?
nakitaan niya yung may mistake ng konti si Perez. Nakita niya, sabi niya, uy, eto, this is my chance. Kaya ko siyang habulin. Kasi after this kasi, may DRS doon banda, tas braking dito, so off ang DRS. And then after this, may DRS zone na naman. So dito sa DRS zone na ito, dito niya tinira si Checo at lap 71 of 71. The last lap.
Last lap, yeah.
Yeah, last lap. So,
Yan, dami nangyari
eto na,
sa last
nanalo na si Sergio Perez, si Max Verstappen. But here, we can see a very close run
Drag race.
between a drag race of Manong Alonso and Sergio Perez, and eventually Alonso was able to take P3. We have here P2, Lando Norris. So, nagkaroon ng konting mistake dun sa turn. Late braking si Perez, kaya he was out of the racing line, and doon na nakita ni Manong Alonso na, this is my chance, I think I can get this, and eventually, imagine, yung Aston Martin, who was having problems in the middle of the season, was able to challenge and take a Red Bull.
Yeah,
So,
aside from this,
maganda.
if you see the difference between Perez and yan, pwede mo ma-blow out yung time difference ni Manong Alonso and Checo Perez. There you go. That is a
500.
hairline, more or less, no? So,
Yeah.
oras lang yung basihan. So,
Mga
kaya
ganito
yun.
lang yung gap, di ba?
Yeah.
Ganito lang yung gap.
Yeah, maliit lang. It so
Sobrang-
happened that
Razor thin.
wala lang
Wow.
sa racing line si Sergio Perez. If you can move back the
Yeah, it was
Yam.
just not the best exit.
Not the
isang
best
turn.
exit, yes. Yung
Yun
hindi,
lang.
dito
This one.
yung
That's
sa-
all it did.
Hindi, sa start-finish line. Yung kanina, start-finish line, Yam.
Sorry.
Kasi there's a chance if nagkamali si Alonso dito, if nag-out siya, may chance pa si Perez makuha yung ano eh.
Oh, of course.
Oo,
Of course.
kasi oo.
No,
Pero outside siya eh.
galing
So
talaga
it
Alonso
took him
dyan.
a lot of effort and racetrack to be able to get that
Oh,
position. Kaya 0.053 of a second. Kaya but the action was really very nice. Grabe. So nakita mo yung isipin mo yung parity nung Aston Martin at saka Red Bull car. 'Di ba? Although we're talking about Fernando Alonso, may comment pala regarding Fernando Alonso, the Battle of the Legends, and Jens Cadianza, yeah, the new Minister of Defense. Vamos, Fernando. Oh yeah, see?
Oh,
So,
naisahan niya si Checo.
Nisahan niya si Checo. So, ang galing. So, I think for me ito yung maganda na action dito at saka yung labanan ni Lando Norris and Max Verstappen at the start, no, yung china-challenge niya si Max Verstappen, but this one right here, it's really
And this
very
was so good.
yeah. And obviously, mas mabilis yung kotse ng Red Bull. But
Yes, of course.
mas lang si Manong Alonso. mas
Ano,
lang.
he's a smart driver.
Yeah, smart driver.
Talagang
Smart driver.
alam niya na may limitation yung kotse niya. However, dinaan niya sa pagiging world champion.
Yes.
That's how world champions do it, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Like for
Yes.
example, Max Verstappen, very tactical driver. Diyan niya, inuubos niya yung battery niya doon sa mga areas na alam niyang mabilis siya.
Yeah.
So kaya nauuna siya, 'di ba? Doon niya binubuhos yung energy, yung extra energy ng batteries niya. So very tactical driver. Hindi kagaya ng iba pag naghahabol, sige, tira siya. Si Max, pagka naghahabol siya, hindi niya basta-basta ginagamit yung battery niya. Ginagamit niya kung saan yung magandang, sabi niya, okay dito, maganda, okay ang forma ko dito ko ubusin para at least makausad siya kaagad doon sa hinahabol niya. So, I mean, that's how world champions are made.
Yes.
Which
yes.
is here
that's right.
a very evident of a world champion, Manong Alonso. Kaya, Manong, sorry at nakalimutan ko yung pangalan ng team mo.
Also, if you go back to if you go back to that graphic, sandali, Yam and Jong, no? If you go back to that graphic na yung race classification, yes, P5, Lance Stroll.
Yes.
Lance Stroll.
Yes.
A horrendous few race weekends for him. Yeah, he's back in the top 10. So well done for Aston Martin. Which begs the question, anong ginawa nila? Where have they been, diba?
Yeah.
And apparently, ang ginawa lang nila, instead of upgrades, downgrades ang ginawa nila.
Yes.
Bumalik sila.
Binalik nila yung
to an
setup.
older
Binalik
version
nila yung
of the
setup.
car.
Yeah.
Bumalik sila sa previous version, previous setup nila. Kasi that was working. Taka nga ako why it took them so long to realize na yun lang pala. Kasi it's been ilang races na since they were challenging for the podium places. Ang tagal na, di ba? It's been several months since we saw them in the top 10. So, yeah. So, good on them for realizing na yun pala.
Ito ang itsura ng 0.053.
Look at that. That's what 0.053 looks like.
Yeah.
Grabe, ang bilis talaga. So kudos to Aston Martin for realizing what the problem was and fixing it kahit late na in the season and decided na yung championships and everything. This is still good amount of points for the team. So I think it was worth it. Yung downgrade nila was worth it.
Yeah. At least they were able
Ang ganda.
to find something there. Ay, nako. Anyway,
Yeah.
Max Verstappen,
So,
the
What a
usuals.
race.
Yeah.
here's the result. We have Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Fernando Alonso, Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll, Carlos Sainz, Pierre Gasly, Lewis Hamilton, Yuki Tsunoda, and Esteban Ocon. That's your top 10. And for the first time in the history of F1, we have the Formula One Heineken Silver
Yeah.
Las Vegas Grand Prix. Dito, maganda ang oras. November 19, Sunday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, binalik-balikan ko ito, bakit 2 o'clock in the afternoon? So, ibig sabihin, Saturday ng gabi ang race sa Las Vegas. So, I checked,
Okay.
Las Vegas
Midweek yan.
will be November 18, 2200. So, alas 10 ng gabi on a Saturday. So, sa atin,
Grabe, late night no? Alas 10 na ng gabi sa kanila.
Yes,
Late
10
night.
o'clock in the evening.
Then again, it's Las Vegas, so
Yeah,
hindi
so
The
natutulog
city
yung tao
never
dyan.
sleeps.
But the residents are complaining. The residents are enraged. They tore
Yes.
down a lot of F1 graphics na all over the city. They tore it
Wow,
down.
really?
Oh, galit sila, galit.
And
galit
then,
sila, galit.
Eto pa, Jong. Eto
Bakit
pa.
daw?
Bay, kasi madidisturbo sila, bay.
Okay.
May
Well,
iba yan eh. So,
You will be disturbed.
Kasi ano naman eh, the race is at the Strip, Las Vegas Strip.
Yes.
The residences are very far away.
People live at the strip. Some people live near
Yeah,
or near the strip.
hotels more or less, but
Yung
So,
mga
may-
trabaho
may
nila.
network
And
yan.
matrabaho siguro
And
nila.
hindi
yeah.
lang hindi lang ang mga hindi lang ang mga residents ang nagwo-wild din pati na din yung mga nakabili na ng hotels and tickets to watch
bakit?
the F1. Kasi ganito, when they introduced Las Vegas F1, sobrang mahal ng hotel, sobrang mahal ng tickets.
Yeah.
Tapos ngayon, lately, hindi na benta ng mga hotels ang lahat ng rooms nila. So, nag-50% off sila, nag-70% off sila para mabenta nila. Then, these people found out and they are demanding for refunds.
Dehado
So,
sila eh.
medyo magulo. Yeah, medyo magulo itong Las Vegas ngayon. I hope walang mangyaring masama. Pero, hindi pa lang nag-uumpisa, nagkakaroon na
First time
sila
pa
ng
naman.
malaking problema.
Wow.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Jong, that will be 3 nights, 3
Three
sleepless nights sila. Yeah, because we have practice on a Thursday, practice and qualifying on a Friday night,
That's
and
nice.
Saturday night is the race. Kaya, yun ang
Yeah, you kind of,
Actually-
you feel for the people na yung mga taga doon, di ba? You feel for them. Pero this is that's what F1 does is there will be disruptions. And this is a new track. So my worry as a fan on the other side of the planet, quite literally, is ang worry ko number 1 is yung race coverage. Kasi yun nga, that was, di ba, tulad na nangyari sa Brazil. Di ba, it was terrible coverage. Ang daming palpak.
Really?
Nagbabattle on track, Alonso and Perez, nagka-cut away sa pit lane. Nagka-cut away somewhere else, di ba? Ilang
I
beses
haven't
nangyari yun.
noticed that.
Oh, ilang beses
Yeah,
nangyari
because-
yun. Nakakainis na nga. Ang dami nagko-comment online. There were plenty of comments online about how terrible the race direction was. The race coverage.
I think I know why.
Bakit?
I think I know why.
Sige nga.
Pinsan yata ni George Russell ang director.
Kaya pala.
So, British. Bagay.
Kaya pala. That explains a lot. But yeah,
British. Okay.
But yeah. So sana.
Hindi nila ma-accept.
sana hindi mag-carry over
Yuki,
to Las
galit pa
Vegas.
siya kay Yuki Tsunoda eh. Galit pa siya kay Yuki Tsunoda. Anyway,
Bad trip pa siya kay Yuki.
before we do the
Oo,
question and
Yuki.
answer, Jong, baka Baka pwede nating ilabas si Carlos Sainz dyan.
Yeah, saglit. Meron natin pakita. Carl Conrad, ang mga drivers ang magpupuyat at hindi ang mga nanonood. Yes. Definitely.
once.
So, Brazil and Las Vegas, where's Brazil? South America. So, I think medyo konti lang yung time difference. So, Las
Yeah.
Vegas is also in the West Coast. Tama ba? West Coast. Las Vegas is in the West Coast.
So, anong oras yun? Alas 2 ng hapon sa Pilipinas,
Alas 2 ng hapon sa Pilipinas. So,
And 10
on
o'clock in the
Sunday.
evening Saturday
sa Las Vegas.
So, alas 2 dyan. So, 2, 3, 4. That means alas 5 ng hapon dito. Okay, I can watch it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. When we come back, we'll just listen to Mr. Carlos Sainz.
For me, I had always dreamed about being a Formula One Ferrari driver. The day I walked in, the first day as a worker in Ferrari, it was just something that felt a bit unreal. There is a mix of pride and responsibility. You need to keep challenging everyone around you, yourself, to keep making the car and the team stronger. And I see this drive and motivation inside Ferrari right now. We all have our challenges inside the sport, and some years you have more than others, but there's always something impeding you. Probably my first years in Formula One, I was too switched on, too tense, thinking too much. You'll normally, the bad day, if it's not my fault, I'm super angry because I feel frustrated that there's something out of my control. But then the day after, it's easy. I put it behind. It's the days where you make a mistake that they stay on you for a bit longer, no? And it's where you need to have the capacity to analyze, to digest it, and then to put it behind. There's that guilt feeling always when you do a mistake because you are part of more than 1,000 people, creating the car, creating the masterpiece, that we get to drive every day. Even nowadays, even days that you wake up with maybe not so happy about whatever is going on in your life, I always try to remind myself that I'm a Ferrari driver driving for Ferrari in Formula One, and I've achieved my dream, and this puts me immediately back into a great mindset.
We would like to thank Shell HELIX and Shell V-Power for supporting our 2023 The Purple Sector Race Talk season. So maraming salamat po. And now, wait, meron bang comment kanina. Shoutout na nga po pala sa tokayo Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, Ferrari fans, of course. Shoutout sa mga Ferrari fans dyan who are watching with us tonight. And here right now is our trivia. So we're gonna give you 3 questions, and on those questions are the required answers. So we're giving out 3 items. Car shade first, second will be the t-shirt, and of course the toolkit. So there we go. Are you ready? By the way, saglit i-share ko lang, no? I receive a lot of because when Las Vegas was announced, I receive a lot of I joined the I joined the what do you call that? That mail group mail yung magpadala ng mail
okay.
sa'yo. What do you
Yep.
call that? For you to be able to get the packages. So,
Oh, may libre kang package para sa
no,
atin?
walang libre.
Okay.
Nagpadala ng kung how much does it cost. So when I computed it, it's almost 700,000 pesos. Wala pang airfare. So it's really very expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's hotel
Wow.
and a 4-day accommodation and of course kung saan na ka. Grabe. So it's crazy. So,
Grabe, no?
I hope Las Vegas will be successful because, of course, F1 has just started in the American market, so they wanted to make this successful. And I guess they signed a 5-year contract ba yan o 10-year contract?
5-year
5
contract.
years, no?
So I think it's a 5-year contract. So, it's not easy to build an F1 track. I went to Las Vegas April this year. I saw the construction is really very massive. They constructed the paddocks. Meron talagang portion yung paddocks. It's already a staple part of Las Vegas Strip is yung paddock. So kaya yun.
Okay. So permanent talaga.
Permanent,
Parang
permanent.
temporary lang parang Singapore.
Yeah, it's permanent.
Wow.
Pagdaanan mo siya, makita mo siya F1 Las Vegas. So it's part of the but it's a highway, it's a street. So, yun. Parang F1 Singapore, if you pass by the paddocks, makita mo, F1, yan yung paddocks ng F1. It's going to be transformed into a racetrack once, So, definitely it's going to be chaos right there because in Singapore, they closed down the whole area for 2 months. So, though Las Vegas is huge, I don't know. Still.
Grabe pa rin ang disruption. Yan.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So,
Ito, here we go.
all right.
Guys, are you ready for? Sana magkaroon din kayo ng shell silang dalawa namin, Charles and Maranel. Okay. All right, here we go.
Don't
First
worry,
question.
Carl, Charles. Don't worry, Carl. John will ask mamaya. Siya na bahala niyan.
Dalawa naman ni Charles. No. Yeah.
Anyway, are we ready for tonight's trivia questions, gentlemen?
I guess they're ready.
Everyone in
And
the
questions. Andy will
Okay.
type it.
Ready? I am going to post the first question for tonight right now. First question is, which current F1 team has the most number of wins at the Brazilian Grand Prix? So, as
Requirement
usual,
is
we want
team
the
name and
the
number
number
of
of
wins.
wins, please.
Team name and number of wins. That should be your answer. You get a car shade. All right. Number of wins, please.
Carl Conrad says
Team
Ayrton
name.
Senna. That's not quite correct. We want the team. Sinong team? Current team.
Current
Ang
team.
may pinakamaraming panalo sa Gran Premio de Brazil. Ano ba yung tawag? Nakalimutan ko yung tawag sa kanila.
Jens
McLaren with 12 wins.
Cadienza. Tama?
And it is McLaren with 12
Yes.
wins. That is correct.
Jens Cadienza.
Congrats, Jens.
Yeah. Gonna write
Well
that
done.
down.
Nicely done, Jens.
Congratulations,
Cadienza.
Jens.
McLaren indeed
Ano na
has
panalunan
12
ni
wins.
Jens?
It's a car shade.
Yes.
Jong,
Ayos.
dagdagan ko.
Congratulations.
May bigay din ako.
Oh, ano bigay mo yan?
Okay. This is a limited
May
edition.
bonus.
The purple sector sticker.
Ay!
Wow. Wow.
Dalawa yan. Dalawang
Hindi ko pala
designs
nakita
yan.
Uy!
Ayun. Nice. Nice.
Stickers ito. This is an outdoor sticker. You can stick it on your car. You can stick it on your laptop.
Ganda.
You can stick lahat. So, yung sa nanalo, dalawang stickers. So, this is a
Wow.
die-cut sticker. Ibig sabihin ng die-cut sticker is it is already cut into shape like this one.
Bakit
So,
wala kami
cut
ganun?
into shape siya. Well, yan talaga.
Yeah.
And this is the other
yan,
one.
Hindi ko pala nakita yan.
Wow.
Look
Yeah,
at
this
that.
is the other one.
Nice one.
Nice.
So, kasama sa car shade yan. So,
Extra special
mag-collecta
pala
kayo.
itong
Marami
Q&A
kaming
natin tonight. May bonus prize.
Oo,
pa
marami
tayo.
kaming ipapalabas na designs of the purple sector and F1. So, collect them all. Di ba?
Yes.
Sa trivia. Alright.
Maganda yung kanina,
So-
yung season S1, S2, S3. Season 3. Meron bang
yeah.
S4? Meron
Then
bang
this
S4?
one is parang ginaya yung Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3.
Yeah, we're already on...
Green, purple, the purple
We're already in
sector.
season 2, right?
Tuesdays,
Season 3.
yeah. Season
Next-
2 na.
Next year will be season 3.
Next year is season 3.
Wow, nice. All right. Congratulations, Jens Cadianza. I was surprised with that with that sticker. All right. Next question number 2, you get a Shell Helix polo shirt and of course, the stickers from Yamboy.
Yes.
All right.
Nice.
Coming right up.
Okay, ready for the second question? Second question is coming up right about now.
There we go.
Ito.
The
Which legendary F1 driver has the most number of wins at the Brazilian Grand Prix? Ito na.
driver name and number of
Driver name.
wins.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the
2
number of
answers.
wins.
Yeah. Jens
Alan Prost,
Cadianza.
Ang bilis.
Ang bilis mo ah.
Talagang kinokolektan nila yung
All
designs natin.
right. Are we gonna give it to Jens? There you go.
That's
Carl,
right.
sorry.
That is Alan Prost.
Yeah.
Alan Prost has 6 wins in the Brazilian Grand Prix. So, again, Jens, well done.
Jens, pakisama na lang yung size. Though we only have, sige, I think, I'm not sure about that, All right. Now, for the last
Ayun,
question.
ang galing.
Andy, yung alternate?
Right. Yep. So we're ready for the third question, are we? So everyone else, you still have one more chance to win a prize from us tonight. We have one more
And
question, and that is
it's a
coming up
tool set.
right now.
Yeah.
Third question is, apart from Sao Paulo, which other Brazilian city has held the Brazilian Grand Prix?
City
lang.
of Brazil. Okay.
Sige lang.
Brazilian
Isa lang tayo.
Grand Prix. Anong city na held ang Brazilian Grand Prix aside from Sao Paulo, Brazil? Wow. Hindi pa yata ako nakapanood ng ito na karere, no?
Wala pa. Uy,
Mahina
may
yata yung internet ni Carl.
Mahina ang internet ni Carl.
Yeah.
Wala pa.
Baka mag-Grand Slam si Jens dito ah.
Sinong
Oo.
kamanahan kayo?
Ayos
Pabilisan
na.
na tayo.
Mahina ang internet ni Carl. Yeah, okay. Carl,
Hindi
nasaan na tayo?
Hindi po
Third
driver yung
question
hinahanap natin, Carl. We're looking for a city. Which other city in Brazil ang
Has
naging
held
host ng ating F1 Grand Prix apart from Sao Paulo?
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Ano bang ibang cities ng Brazil na maisipan nyo? Lagay nyo na sa answers.
Amazon.
Amazon, so Curitiba. Ay, hindi. Hometown pala yun ni Anderson Silva. Curitiba, Brazil. Iba yan.
Looks like the internet is so
Yun!
slow. Ayun, Jens!
Ayun, answer.
Sabi na
Jens!
nga ba?
343!
Yeah.
Congratulations! It
Jens,
is
you
Rio de
saved
Janeiro.
us. Yeah. You're correct. Rio de Janeiro.
Galing ah.
Yeah, so you got it. Bakit meron pang ano? No. Okay, so you save us mailing. Hula-hula lang. Yeah, so you got it.
Yun, nahula niya. Oh.
Okay.
Nahula pa talaga. Very
All
good.
right. Gents, kindly
Tatlong
send.
premyo
I
kagad.
don't know if we already have your, what do you call that? Address.
Yung
Kindly
postage details
PMS
niya.
na lang.
So yeah, gents,
And
I'm not sure if you have, but yeah, just send us your postage details, no, full name, address, and I think kailangan pa ba ang phone number dyan?
yeah, phone number. They
Yeah.
require that.
Pakisali na lang please ang phone
Kailangan.
number mo. Paki direct message na lang po sa amin so we can
Yeah,
send
you
you
won
your
before. Ayun, sige.
prizes.
Send mo na lang ulit. But this
Tural.
time, you get 3 sets of stickers.
Okay.
Alright.
Winners before. Ayos.
Yes. All right. Congratulations.
Well,
Thank you so much.
congratulations again.
Good message. Thank you, gents. All right. So, guys, I think we're ready. 2 more races to go. And of course, as promised, for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, we're going to give out some few more items for our for those who join us, so for the whole year. So sino yung mga bago, sino yung mga luma, hope you could join us in the we'll just announce it and we'll send you our sort of gift for joining us for 2023 season, which was indeed a blast. So we'll be able to, have that one at the end. So Yam, before we go,
Yeah. Thank you for joining us tonight for the Brazil Grand Prix, and see you on November 21 for our coverage of the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
yeah.
And then I hope you learned something tonight, and if not, I hope you were entertained. Thank you very much, and see you again on the next edition of the Purple Sector.
All right. Andy?
All right. All right. For everyone, thank you so much for joining us for our little show tonight. It was quite a fun one, especially after the events of the Brazilian race weekend. Yep. Hopefully you will join us again in 2 weeks' time for the post-race show after the Las Vegas Grand Prix. So it's a new track, new layout, new everything.
Exciting.
So we don't know what's gonna happen, but that's part of the fun. That's why we watch F1, diba? Because it's because of all the things that can happen in a very short amount of time. So we'll see what happens on 2 weeks from now, and hopefully you will join us again. In the meantime, do keep an eye out because we do have a few more surprises for you guys before we finish this year's race calendar. Until then, everyone, stay safe.
All right. Thank you. Actually, been to Las Vegas many times already, but I'm also very excited to see how are they gonna fit race cars on the strip. So, so I wonder how are they gonna do that. Sana may sticker pa po kayo dyan, Sir Yamboy, next week. Yes! Maraming sticker yan.
Oh!
Sticker happy person yan si Yamboy. So,
Madami!
Marami. Yeah, more to come, guys. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us this tonight. And of course, tell your friends about it, about this channel. A fellow F1 fan can understand if you want to, share anything, any post or whatsoever, or ask any question, feel free to message us or even comment on the. Every now and then we post something on the Purple Sector. So tell your friends about it and tell your friends about this channel, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now after the inaugural race of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. So Yam, Andy, and Myles, hope we'll see you next week. Sana nandiyan ka na next week. All right, guys. Good night, and we'll see you again after the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Down to the